Guys, this is Mary. I'm about to show you that you, yes you, can grow herbs and use them for your chickens and ducks. Imagine your flock living longer and stronger, free from mites, worms, and lice. You can have a fresh smelling coop without mice and rats sneaking in to steal their food. Your birds can have a healthier immune system and fewer respiratory problems. Picture nesting boxes full of beautiful, healthy eggs ready for you to eat. That's what herbs can mean for your flock. This is to make the lawyers happy, so here goes the disclaimer. This is not medical advice, nor should it replace the advice of a veterinarian. Life is Just Ducky does not take responsibility for your own success and/or failures by using herbs with your flock. I have made my best effort to share up-to-date and safe information. However, every situation is different. You are responsible for the results of your efforts. While I do believe in herbs, as they have many health benefits, they are not FDA approved, so please use this information at your own discretion. All food is not created equal, and even the best food on the market can benefit from some fresh greens and added nutrients. That's where herbs can really shine. The greater the variety of herbs that you choose to use, the more the nutritional gaps will be filled in and the better your bird's immune systems will likely be. There are so many benefits to growing herbs for your chickens and ducks. Let's talk about some of the ways you can use herbs for your flock's good health and how to grow them. And yes, I know some of the herbs listed are not technically herbs: garlic, cayenne pepper, rose petals, and dandelion. But for our purposes, I'm including them as these foods are used the same way. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mary. I spend my day teaching others how to start their own garden and set up a backyard homestead where they can find fun, fulfillment, and better health. I live in Southwest Florida with my husband, and we share a backyard homestead with our daughter and son-in-law. I love to drink coffee, visit with my grandkids, experiment with cooking what I grow, and I love my ducks. Duck eggs are the best. When I was a kid, I used to garden with my dad, and as I got older, I found I liked to teach others how to garden too. Then, about 10 years ago, I got a call from my daughter. She had found 8 tiny ducklings whose mother had been hit by a car. She asked me, "Mom, can we keep them?" Yes, she actually said that. That began our backyard homesteading journey in earnest, and I've been loving and teaching this lifestyle ever since. There are many great backyard homesteading skills to have, and one of them is learning how to grow an herb garden for use on your own backyard homestead. Growing an herb garden is a wonderful skill, but it doesn't do you much good if you don't know how to use those herbs. One of my favorite ways to use herbs is using them for my birds. I'll be helping you see different ways you can grow and use herbs with your chickens and ducks. You can do this. Let me show you how. You will leave here today knowing different ways to use herbs, how to use fresh herbs, how to use dried herbs, what are herbs good for, and the best herbs to start with. Sound good? Great. Let's get started. Herbs are easy to grow, even for the first-time gardeners. Most herbs require little in the way of maintenance, and you can grow a generous supply in a surprisingly small space. The first thing is to find a place with plenty of sun and well-drained soil. Then you will need to prepare the ground. Loosen the soil and add some compost. If your space is partially shady, there are a few herbs, such as cilantro, parsley, and mint, that will do just fine with only 3 or 4 hours of sunlight. Most herbs can be started by sowing the seeds directly in the soil in early spring. Water well until they sprout. Then make sure you do not overwater. Let the soil dry out a bit between waterings. Bugs don't typically bother herbs. In fact, many types of herbs are natural insect repellents. Herbs produce over a long period of time, giving you a lot of herbs to use with your ducks and chickens, and even use yourself. Herbs do better with regular pruning. They will get bushier and produce more. It will also keep them from going to seed. This is a win-win as there is more to use. A small amount of a high nitrogen fertilizer a couple times through the growing season will give them the boost to keep going strong all season long. I also like to add a rock dust such as azomite for added minerals and extra nutrition. There are many ways to get the much needed herbs for your flock. Let's take a look at a few of them. But how do you get herbs for your ducks and chickens? There are many ways to get the much needed herbs for your flock. Let's take a look at a few of them. Though there hasn't been a lot of scientific research done on using herbs with chickens and ducks, the evidentiary proof has a rich heritage because people have been using herbs with their flocks for thousands of years. Each herb provides a different set of health benefits and uses. Herbs provide essential vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients, which will build stronger respiratory, digestive, circulatory, and immune systems, preventing many illnesses so you can enjoy a healthier flock. Besides, chickens and ducks love herbs, so why not give them something that will make them live a healthier life, and you can grow those herbs right in your own backyard. This list doesn't include every herb that can be used, but it includes many great ones to get you started. If you are using containers, make sure the container is large enough to handle the full-grown size of the plant. If not, be prepared to pot up. It is important that all containers have drain holes so you do not accidentally drown your plants. The one thing they will not tolerate is their roots kept soaked. And be aware that it's easier to overwater plants that are in pots. Always check the soil to make sure the top inch is dry before you water again. You can grow herbs in your vegetable garden. Most herbs cost very little to grow as they can be started from seeds. Some herbs are perennial, meaning they will come back year after year in the proper growing zone. Herbs are a wonderful addition to your own vegetable garden as you can use them in many ways. They can be used in your kitchen to enhance the flavor of your food. Many have medicinal qualities and help your immune system and fill in nutritional gaps. Most also have companion planting qualities, such as keeping pests away, attracting pollinators, or helping the vigor of your vegetables. Then the extras can be used to enhance the life and health of your flock. Another way to grow herbs for your flock is to grow them in an herb garden. This is a garden with only herbs and no vegetables. This can be a much smaller garden than a full vegetable garden. To take this a step further, there are people who want an herb garden just for their birds. This way, once it's established, your birds can help themselves to whatever they like and need without you having to do any of the harvesting. You can have an herb garden growing all spring, summer, and fall. They will have so much fun picking through the herbs, but be aware they may scratch it up, as chickens tend to do, and may damage some plants. Growing a garden just for your ducks and chickens is a wonderful way to provide fresh greens for your flock during the growing season. You can plant herbs among the kale, turnips, and buckwheat. Then the chickens can harvest and eat them whenever they desire. A chicken and duck garden is a wonderful treat for your ducks. Just remember, it's not a set it and forget it. They will decimate many plants and you will have to re-sow frequently. But then again, you know they're getting and enjoying what you have provided for them. Many herbs repel pests by their smell. They can be planted around the coop and run to keep pests out, getting rid of mosquitoes and flies and sending mice and rats packing too. If you don't have the space or desire to grow your own, or an herb just doesn't do well in your area, it's okay to buy your herbs from a farmer's market or store. They can be fresh or dried. There are many uses for both. So, how do you provide your birds with herbs? You can use fresh herbs. You can give fresh herbs to your girls anytime. Just snip some off and add them to their food. Hang them in their coop or hang them near their food for them to self feed. You can dry them and use later. Especially at the end of the season, you can pick the herbs, dry them, and then use them whenever fresh is not available. Or you can buy dried herbs. If you don't have the time, space, or desire to grow herbs yourself, you can buy the herbs dried. Many large box stores have several culinary herbs in large quantities. Check the herb aisle. There are also herb companies online that sell dried herbs if you can't find them locally. You may not be able to grow every herb you want where you live. It's perfectly fine to use store bought. Now that you have your herbs, how do you use them? You can, and in fact should, feed culinary herbs to your flock, but there are many ways to use herbs. Here are just a few. The best way to use herbs is to feed herbs to your chickens and ducks. This can give them added nutrients and many health benefits. They will also have healthier eggs, and that is good for you too. This list is just a few of the best. What benefits do herbs add to their diets? Alfalfa is high in protein, amino acids, and minerals. Basil is high in protein, supports digestion and immune health, is rich in vitamin K and iron. Cayenne pepper aids circulation and digestion, is antiseptic, a natural wormer, increases egg production, and keeps mice out of their feed. Chickweed is rich in minerals such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, iron, zinc, manganese, and copper. It's anti-inflammatory, a natural pain reliever, soothes mucous membranes, aids in digestive health, purifies and cleanses the blood, is high in B vitamins and omega-6. Dandelion is a health tonic, digestive stimulant, blood detoxifier, parasitic control, antioxidant, and an excellent source of calcium. Dill aids the respiratory system, digestion, promotes feather growth, has antioxidant properties, and is calming. Garlic is an overall health tonic, benefits the circulatory system, supports respiratory health and the immune system, is antifungal and a natural wormer. Nasturtium aids respiratory health, is antiseptic, antifungal, antibiotic, and a natural wormer. Oregano combats coccidia, salmonella, infectious bronchitis, avian flu, blackhead, and E. coli, strengthens the immune system and respiratory health, and has antiparasitic, antifungal, and antibiotic properties. Parsley aids in bone development, blood vessel development, and feather growth, improves circulation, aids digestive health, is an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, is high in protein, vitamins A, B, C, E, K, and calcium, and is a laying stimulant. Sage improves the immune system, is an antioxidant, antiparasitic, antifungal, and general health promoter. It is thought to combat salmonella. Thyme aids the respiratory, digestive, and immune systems, the brain and heart, and is antibacterial, antioxidant, antiparasitic. It helps heal infections, is high in calcium, iron, manganese, and omega-3. Herbs can help boost egg production and the quality of the eggs they lay. Feed these herbs to help with egg laying. Borage, dandelion, fennel, garlic, lavender, marigold, marjoram, mint, nasturtium, parsley, sage, and thyme. Making your flock herbal teas a few times a week can give them a nutrient boost, improve their immune systems, and help them avoid temperature related stress. Warm tea in the winter will be very welcome. Just make sure it's cooled down enough before you give it to them. In the summer, they may even enjoy iced herbal teas as a way to beat the heat. Mint is especially good for cooling in the summer. This is a list of excellent herbs to make herbal tea: basil, calendula, clover, dandelion, dill, lemon balm, mint, oregano, parsley, rosemary, thyme, and garlic. You don't have to heat the water with garlic. Just put the garlic through a garlic press and add it straight to their water. 1 or 2 cloves to a gallon is fine. If you want to really have some fun, toss some herbs into the duck pool. Ducks love to dabble in their water while they're bathing. Adding fresh herbs to their pool is a great way to add culinary herbs to your ducks and entertain them at the same time. Any fresh culinary herb will do. A few of my favorites are nasturtium, parsley, dill, mint, and lemon balm. Chicks and ducklings can be started on herbs right from the start. They will eat a much more varied diet when they are offered a variety of foods early, and herbs are so good for the young growing bodies. I also like to include antibacterial and antiviral herbs for insurance for a good start. Many in this list are nutritional powerhouses: basil, calendula, cilantro, dandelion, dill, garlic, mint, oregano, parsley, sage, tarragon, and thyme. While a bird is molting, they are in a weakened state. Some herbs will help them with feather regrowth. It also takes a lot of protein to grow feathers. There are some herbs that are wonderful sources of protein. This is my list of herbs I especially like for molting chickens and ducks: basil, dill, garlic, mint, parsley, and oregano. When they are going through their molt, they can be sore and easily hurt. You may want to make some tea that will help with pain relief. Rosemary is my top choice. I love to use herbs in nesting boxes. They are not only pretty to look at, they have important jobs to do too. There are calming herbs that soothe the nervous hen and relieve stress, insect repelling herbs to keep away the blood sucking bad guys. They can naturally deter rats and mice too. Many herbs have antibacterial properties which help to keep the nest environment healthier. Hens, both chickens and ducks, will sometimes nibble on the herbs as they sit there too, adding extra benefits. Whenever you change the bedding in the nest box, add fresh herbs also. Here are some great herbs to use in your nesting boxes. You can pick and choose what grows well in your area. Basil is antibacterial and repels insect pests. Bee balm is antiseptic, antibacterial, and calming. Calendula marigold repels insects. Chamomile is calming and is an egg-laying stimulant. Lavender is calming and repels insects. Lemon balm is calming and repels insects. Mint, all kinds, is a rodent and insect repellent. Oregano has antiparasitic and antifungal properties. Rose petals are antibacterial and aid respiratory health. Rosemary is calming, repels insects, and aids respiratory health. Sage is antiparasitic and thought to combat salmonella. And yarrow is an insecticide and clears sinuses and respiratory systems. Chickens will love some dried herbs added to their dust baths. Dust baths are a chicken's way to keep external parasites such as mites and lice away. Some herbs will help even more. A few herbs that are good for pest control are basil, bay leaves, borage, dill, lavender, lemon balm, calendula marigold, mint, rosemary, sage, and yarrow. The same herbs used in dust baths and nesting boxes can be used in the coop. If you have extra herbs, which you often will as the season progresses, pick them and strew them over the coop floor. This is a good pest deterrent. It also makes your coop smell really good. You can use herbs for first aid. Actually, most herbs should be used before there's a problem. Internal parasites are easier to prevent with nasturtium, garlic, and oregano than to get rid of once a chicken or duck has them. And basil, cinnamon, dill, rosemary, and thyme will strengthen the respiratory system, so you are less likely to have a problem that you have to deal with. But there are a few herbs that can help when there is a problem. Rosemary in tea form is a great pain reliever. Cayenne pepper can stop bleeding. Oregano will help with salmonella, and some tests are showing that it's effective against bird flu. What are some other ways to use herbs with ducks and chickens? You can make herbal cleaning sprays. Hang fresh herbs in the coop for their aromatic benefits. You can even cook them into eggs, oatmeal, or other food you're going to feed to your chickens and ducks. If I could only choose 5 herbs, the 5 herbs I would choose to start with is garlic, because it's an overall health tonic. Oregano fights so many diseases. Parsley is one of the most nutritious foods out there. Dill, because it's wonderful for the digestive tract. Cayenne pepper, because it keeps mice away from the feed while being a natural wormer and is important in the first aid kit. Besides being really good for your flock, these 5 are also very easy to grow in your garden. And if you don't want to grow your own, they are readily available in dried form at the grocery or box store. It doesn't take a lot of space or equipment to start an herb garden. Just a few simple things. With a little experience, you will be growing lots of herbs and finding new and awesome ways to use them. And you and your birds will be better off for it. Now you know how to start growing and using herbs for your chickens and ducks. When you start growing herbs, you will find it's a very easy way to enrich the life of your flock. And growing your own is far less expensive compared to buying them at the local store. Get creative and experiment with different herbs and find the ones you like best. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and are all ready to start growing your own herbs for your backyard homestead. Make sure you get the All Access Pass. When you do, you will be able to get my herb chart, which is a great supplement to this presentation and will give you even more information about the herbs we talked about here today. If you'd like to continue your backyard homesteading journey, check out lifeisjustducky.com for more backyard homesteading projects. I cover gardening, herbs, chickens, ducks, bees, and a lot of other backyard homesteading adventures. I'll see you there.